Hello, I'm Jackie Guzman.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Galvan.
Hello, I'm Viviana Santiago.
Today we're going to be discussing the collaboration between OTs, prosthetists, and orthotists. In the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, we found that they design and fabricate medical supportive devices and measure and fit patients for them. These devices include artificial limbs such as arms, hands, legs, and feet, braces, and other medical or surgical devices. They may work in both orthotics or prosthetics, or they may choose to specialize in one area. Orthotists are specifically trained to work with medical supportive devices, such as spinal or knee braces. Prosthetists are specifically trained to work with prostheses, such as artificial limbs and other body parts.
The job duties that they fulfill include evaluating and interviewing patients to determine their needs, take measurements or impressions of the part of the patient's body that will be fitted in the device or brace. They design and fabricate orthopedic and prosthetic devices based on physicians' prescriptions. They select the materials to be used for the orthotic or prosthetic device. They instruct patients in how to use and care for their devices. They adjust, repair, or replace prosthetic and orthotic devices, and they also document care in patients' records.
For education, orthotists and prosthetists need a master's degree and certification. Both must complete a residency before they can be certified. Master's programs usually take 2 years to complete. Prospective students seeking a master's degree can have a bachelor's degree in any discipline as long as they fulfill prerequisite courses. Some states require orthotists and prosthetists to be licensed. Orthotists and prosthetists can work in various settings and help all populations. The most common work environments are ambulatory healthcare services, medical equipment and supplies manufacturing, health and personal care stores, hospitals, state, local, and private, and lastly, federal government. Next, we're going to show a video we created about Kaylee's career at Achilles Prosthetics and Orthotics.
I specifically have kind of geared a lot of my training and my residency and my first part of my job, first few years of my job towards pediatrics, which usually includes orthotics more than prosthetics. I do a little bit of prosthetics here and there, but at this point right now, I'm doing mostly orthotics because I'm very pediatric heavy. I prefer to OT and PT a lot, especially because I think most of my training and background was at Shriners, where I had them literally right next door, and I could just say, hey, can you come look at this patient real quick? I think they might need some OT or they might need some PT. Because things in our field are evolving every single day. There's new devices coming out. There's, 3D printing is the newest thing. And so a lot of people are going to be very hesitant to get on board, especially if they've been in the OT/PT or orthotics and prosthetics field for a long time. So just being open-minded to new ideas and especially if you have a reason to back it up, I guess. And I really take the OT's consideration in when deciding what kind of aesthetics to do, because there's so many different kinds, and I don't have my time in my day. I kind of have to do it based on a 15, 30-minute evaluation. I'm back to back to back. I have time in my day to do all of these different things that you guys do, like range of motion and stretches and all that. So I kind of have to do it based on a 15, 30-minute evaluation. I'm back to back to back, and we don't get to go for time. So I really depend on my OTs to kind of give me a heads up of what they're looking for, whether it's focus on the wrist, or let's focus on finger extension, or let's focus on the thumb, or hey, we've been working on stretches. Is there any way to make the splint where it's adjustable with time as you gain more range and stuff like that? I really depend on OTs for that. So if that patient hasn't seen OT, I usually recommend it, and I'll tell the parent with like writing a prescription or a recommendation, they can always call us and then talk to us before writing it. So stuff like that happens too, like they'll reach out to us. But yeah, for the most part, I kind of have to reach out to them and discuss it.
We are going to provide a case study as an example on how orthotists and OTs work together. A 7-year-old child named B is receiving OT services due to spasticity in her left hand. She gets referred to an orthotist to get a hand brace. The orthotist receives the prescription from the physician following the OT's indication on what is needed.
Once B gets measured and evaluated, the orthotist creates a brace tailored to her needs. If the orthotist needs clarification on the intended purpose of the brace, she will contact the OT. The OT will then assist B to incorporate her hand brace into her daily occupations.
We hope that we gave you some insight on how OTs, orthotists, and prosthetists collaborate. Thank you for your time.